Just want to show you guys a perch. Now I did nothing. I wasn't even thinking about it till after I stood up. I did nothing to make that. It was just what I did as I was there. See? You see those crazy scrapes? Those are for me. I don't even know how I did it. Look what I did. I took a break. Now, meanwhile, I have a black hawk coming at me, so that's why. That's like crazy for me because I'm sick. So I made them a little structure. I put that there. This is their perch, you guys. Let me show you something really cool. This is how they rarely walk. It looks like sometimes that way, but it looks like a lot of the times he goes right in here. You know, they love to have, I don't know what, like I said, what we say. Even if there's nothing looking at him, he wants to be sure. He doesn't want you seeing him walking this way. He doesn't want to see him walking that way. They walk right in here. That was a little weird. I got up because it sounded like he was coming right at me. And he's not, he's over there. Nothing unusual out here. This is, before, like, I've had them over my head where they really shouldn't be, you know, and I think it was just a coincidence, but here is pretty routine. I don't see them that much or hear them that much while I'm out here, but I have seen them kind of coming this way from where I live. It almost looks like they're coming right here. And there is military, an eagle. So I just want to show you guys something. You know, I say they always go like this. Well, here's a spot that I just got up from, right? That's all cleaned. You got the top, right? See how they cleaned it all off? Top stuff, and there's stuff pushed here too as well. Basically, everywhere. And that's what the perch looks like after getting up. Now, like, I didn't do anything differently, guys. In fact, I didn't even think about filming it until I got up and realized I disturbed it so much. But just take a look. Like, these are my diehard people. I just want you to look at this. See how you just can't tell anything? I have boots on, or, you know, have things on. It doesn't leave any footprints. You can see it packed, but somehow I did this crazy dig. You know, when I got up, that's it. You can't see anything. So I'm wondering if I'm not wrong on that, like, where there's a lot of times they're just simply getting up and moving, and they're not even doing this. You know, to me, if I just walked up on this, I'd be like, there's no doubt about it, he just went like this. That's what I would have said on this situation. Yet it was me. I got up and I didn't do anything. So, you know, I'm not always right. I'm not like Mr. Right. I just thought, I was pretty sure, and I still think they do that, but I think in some cases where I thought they did that, not at all. They just stood up. It's crazy to see that and know that. Let's go look at this. Let's analyze this other one right here. So he walks right out of there, right to here. Right? How cool is this? So many timestamps here. God, do I get the vibes in here? It's just like, oh my God, because I've seen half of them. Okay, so he walks through here. I got so many imprints of flatness. It looks like something sat here before. I got X's everywhere. Okay, so there's not one right here that I see. I filmed, if you guys remember, the one with Chris. There's this incredible perch over there. It's like 100 yards that way. I'm diving down way to the right where we haven't been yet. I think we might have took a picture of that. I can't remember. We didn't go that way and then down, so that's what I'm gonna do. You can see, look at this. Look how they block this spot. I wouldn't be surprised if someone spent a lot of time right there as well. Is it me, or does that look really dark right there? Let me get a rezoom on that with my eye. That looks like an animal hole, but it's not. It's where a leaner used to be. Look at that trot that jogs up there. You know, just blocking. This is a special little spot right here. It's all brand new. That's why I love it. You know, there was just like a little bit of this going on last year. It just had started. Some of these root balls are pulling out of the ground. Like that is the whole entire tree. There's no way that coming up. The tree would break from wind before it could pull that up. You know what I mean? So, you guys, I used to do it for a living for 25 years. I used to take trees with a giant excavator and go. I hated it. Usually, luckily, not a lot of trees. Usually dirt, right? But doing clearing jobs, I've said this a million times. You come up to a tree like that, my guys would cut them, boom. You always leave me a little bit of just enough to grab. Usually, actually, a little shorter is fine. Boom. And then when you pull that thing, it doesn't come out, okay? And I'm talking about sometimes I'm using an excavator so big I can pick up a dump truck with it, okay? You got to dig the outside to break the roots. You know, give it a shot again. Doesn't work. And a lot of you have run a machine and know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? I'm very good at this. Besides Bigfoot, that's my skill, okay? I'm an excavator. What's really big, you know, sometimes you find yourself pulling out a little bit more even just to get to the roots, you know, because you're like, even with a big machine, sometimes trying to pull up those roots. Getting around, give it another pull, nothing, you know, you kind of move it back and forth. You got to go, sometimes you even hit it left to right just a little bit just to get it broken. Still not coming out, got to go a little wider. You push the thing. I mean, it's impossible, okay, to do that with the wind. I cursed in spirit, okay? Over now. Yeah, I was just doing a few pans there without recording. Again, you know, I was almost going to pass this up. It's old. I don't believe it's mining. Someone was saying it could be old mining, and I've thought the same thing. It could be, but I don't think so. Because the reason being is because they're always the same. I don't even know if it's coming up on camera, but there's clearly like a giant mound that was dug out of right here. And it looks like, you know, quite a few years ago. Here comes that Blackhawk again. He hasn't left, by the way. Like he was like over there. Like he's been in he's been in within noise range of me the whole time. Imagine he just came right here. I would not, I'll film the whole thing till that guy gets down here and talks to me. For you guys, I'm not letting that off camera. I'll film it and like throw my camera over there. I'll come back and get it. Just wait. You guys, this is my first summer full time, okay? I've been sick twice in a month, which is just the first time in my life. It's coming. I'm gonna have some stuff, and I know they're gonna come knocking at my door one day, because I know the government knows full well, and I know it wouldn't be the first guy they've knocked on the door of. I mean, there's some really famous stories of where that guy actually shot a female Bigfoot, and when the men in black showed up, you know, they basically, the sucky part about it was, they basically threatened him and his whole life. And instead of just being cool, you know, like if these guys showed up to me, you know, and just said, hey, Mark, listen, you know, this is the deal. We'll tell you what's going on. You can't talk to anyone else anymore. Shut your YouTube channel down. We're trying to be cool. I'd be like, listen, I totally get it. You know, it's for the greater good, whatever the reasons are. You start threatening me, that's where it doesn't work for me. I'm a nice guy, you know what I mean? So when you finally push me, it's going to be a problem. So that's probably where I go out. That's probably where I take my leave, right there. Like I'm not going down without a fight. Just be cool. Just tell me what's up. Tell me what time it is. You know, tell me why and what are you doing? What's the big secrets? And you know, there you go. And I'll just tell you guys, like, listen, trust me. It's this is the deal. They told me everything. I can't tell you, but you got to trust me. It's good. Wow. Start a new clip. This is good. That's crazy. Crazy coincidental. I just got it was one of them for sure. Sorry. Like I'm talking microseconds before, if that's a word, before I turned the camera on, just randomly. I was about to show you this thing I found right here. And all of a sudden, that one was different. It was like it was a person. It was a Bigfoot. It was down. Right there, it goes down. And it was definitely down. But just down. See if it's a bird? They'll do it again. They want to know what's over here for the first time in their lives, making the exact same noise they do. Look at that X. You guys, I can't show it to you because it's blocked, but look, you get an idea. Look at that. I got all kinds of movement behind me. Which makes sense, because that's where I was. You know what I mean? I went that way, they went, you know, I don't know how it works. I know they all know each other. You know, it's like, I look at them in some ways the same way. Look, okay, so I'm going to show you this really cool thing I just found, right? Look, they're like us, I think, in some ways. They have a sense of humor. It's a very simple sense of humor where they could literally laugh at the dumbest thing that they think is so funny. And I think that's funny, you know. Hold on one second. Hold on, let me do another clip and I'll tell you. Hold on. All right, that was weird. I got the same thing again. Except it wasn't high pitched like that. It was like a perfect little... I can't whistle like that. Is that an X I see like suspended in the air way over there? Look at that. It's rare to see one that thin that far away. So what was I saying before? I was talking about sense of humor or something. Oh, one thing about them that's the same. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, a pine cone stash. Okay, right there. Look at this. I'll tell you real quick as I look at this. So what I'm saying is, like, look, these guys that live right here, right? His best buddy, let's be honest, is probably lives over there, like his friend. And I'm sure they want to go hang. Like, you want to get away from the fam, want to get from the wife. You know, he goes and sees Bob over there, you know, once in a while. Or his girlfriend that lives, you know, 5, you know, pods down or whatever. And let me tell you something, up here, that's nothing. There's 1,000 pods down, okay? Squirrel, I see him actually. Okay, so here, this is really cool. Now notice when I show you guys these amazing tridents, okay, that they're always perfectly straight. You know, if you were a 20-foot Bigfoot, that would be like the best weapon in the world. So, okay, so I got this little thing going on. I got perches, okay? And not only do I got perches, I got something going on that perch. I'm so sick and delirious, I've been trying to get here for a while. Like, I've only been 5 feet behind it. You know, to me, this is their markings. This is a ground glyph, okay? I'm going to call that a glyph, because there's no doubt about it. As simple as it is, that's what it is. Again, 1, kind of 2, 3. I really feel like that there's only 3 Sasquatch here. That's what I feel like. We're getting many, many, many. So the people that were finding all the pictures, like, no, Mark, I showed you. I was like, I saw them. I was like, I know, but the problem is they're not Sasquatch, or they may be, but they're different Sasquatch than we're used to seeing. Okay, now what are the chances of this? Look at this. You got another trident. Okay. Oh man, another one. You know how cool these start to look after a while? So you got trident number 1. Wait, this is set up at the like, you see where this is set up? It's like a circle on the hill, and it's flat here, okay? And that's the main part where Elvis and all those guys up there. And it's strategic again, so strategic. You know, it gives them like a comfort level. And I think it has something to do with other Sasquatch, is why it's strategic. It's not strategic for humans, because they know when you're coming a mile away. They can feel you, okay? I'm telling you, I've done this so many times, guys. It's an energy thing. It's very simple. It's just that we don't understand it. So we're like, if we had that, then it would be fine, right? Wouldn't it? If you had that ability, it's okay. But because you can't do it, you know, you're just going to deny everything. Just trust me. It's all energy, and they vibrate on a higher frequency than us. You know, they're more evolved than us, you guys. Do you realize that we vibrate as well? We're vibrating right now, all of us. It's just that we started way after they did. What have we been here for? Has it been 50,000, 100,000 years that we're like kind of aware of? By the way, our history's completely been lied to us, but for some other reason, I have no idea why. Some crazy unknown reason, or they just don't know, one or the other. But I think that we're at least 100,000 years old. You know, then they have, you know, then you have other stories where they clearly find, like, you know, some sort of evidence of, you know, dinosaur days even, of like, you know, caveman type. And I believe that it was, you know, a lot different than what they tell us. You know, I mean, they finally had to come up with something for the storybooks, you know, and to teach people in class. There's just too much stuff out there for it to be accurate. Isn't that cool? Ground glyph on a perch. Perch. It doesn't look like they've been on this one this year, or at least in the last couple of months. I don't know, but I got a lot of pine cones there. Actually, that's not true. That looks pretty cleared right there, but not probably in the last few weeks, because I just walked there and you can see it. Oh no, I didn't walk there. I really didn't, you guys. I was on top of that log. the whole time. I came here, so I came down the walk and I was standing here. That's crazy. Definitely got disturbance there. You saw what I did on the perch up there when I got up. So you get your X. That's awesome. I guarantee I'm not even checking the comments, but I guarantee, like, Mark, get well soon. You suck when you're sick. That's what I'm gonna get, and it's cool because I do, you guys. I just want a little credit for coming out today because, oh, I got another active perch. Look at this one. You know, it's amazing. Go down the steepest part. I wonder why, because the Sasquatch won't walk up, like an out-of-bounds Sasquatch, someone that's not from here, isn't going to probably walk up that easy part. He probably comes up this part. Why would they have these amazing perches in the hardest part of the hill? You know what I mean? This is so steep, you guys, going, especially as I get over there. Down there, it gets really steep. And then if you just walk 100 yards over there, shut up! 100 yards over there. I'm sick of that crow, won't stop. He shut up, actually. Thank you! Oh. They are the smartest birds. I think, right? The smartest birds, I was just saying that hypothetically, but I'm saying now they're actually, I believe, the smartest bird on Earth, right? Isn't that true? Raven, crow? Yeah. Raven or a crow. And I think they're generally basically the same thing. And by the way, you guys, I've said this again, you can go back at last year. Up here, me and Dan filmed about a 3-foot tall raven. I mean, 2.5, 3 feet tall, like something you see in a storybook in a tree. You know, it's so far away, I zoom into it. You know, and if you know how to gauge like video and stuff, you'll see how big he really is. You can see him perfectly. You can hear him even. Look at this. Look how chewed, like, this is really torn up right there. All of that. And there's a good perch. Look at the walking away from this perch. Doesn't look like today, but it could have been like yesterday. Okay, and then next to the perch, more dugout holes. Oh, so what I was saying about the mining thing, I don't know if I'll put that clip in. Today's going to be a mess of clips, guys. I'm just throwing stuff together for you. I was talking about how, you know, we were saying maybe that's from old miners, and it's not, because they're all too consistent. They're all the same exact depth, the same exact pile. And I'm not saying they're graves, but something's digging out for some reason. I don't get it. And after all the graves I've seen, the private pictures I've seen, you guys remember, I have a lot of private stuff. I get educated privately as well, okay? But from people that you will never hear of, they will never talk to you or anyone else in the world. But they need it to vent to someone, and they know they can trust me because I have the same stuff, you know? And they go further because they don't film. See, nice. See, that's what I missed. You see this trail? You can just see it, right? It looks so good in there. I think that's their world over there. And what I did was I walked up and past it. Look at this. Wow, you guys, look at the ultimate pine cone stashes. Let me start the clip over because I want to get this on another clip. Look at that. Over and out. Okay, cool. So again, dugout hole with pile, not a miner. It's exactly the same as the last 200 that I found, okay? Dugout. There's other ones up here too. Exactly the same. You know, if you're a miner 100 years ago, there'd be different depths. You know, you'd finally find something and be like, whoa, you know, and you'd be there for a while. They wouldn't be identical every time you found them. There's just no way. We're not identical. They do the same stuff though. I'm not saying they're graves, but I'm really not. I don't think they are. I've seen the graves. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we got perch, right? Perch is behind. 2 tridents. Okay, 1, 2. They're shabby, but they're tridents, okay? Pine cone stashes. It's unusual to have them out front. It's so weird. So there's got to be more this way. I'm going to go down that way more. Or we're going to go that way. It's so dark, and this just leads right in there. So look, I mean, now we're really talking, you guys. You see this? I mean, this is like, it's an accumulation. It's 5 inches, 6 inches, at least deep of pine cones. I mean, and they all seem to be like the same kind, same. Working on that one. Stepped on logs. Stepped on log. So again, perches behind, star structure. I mean, you guys, it doesn't get much more. I mean, there's not a lot of more evidence without literally me zooming you in on his face, okay? I'll do it again. Pine cones. I have a fever, by the way. I'm going to remind you all day. I got perch, 2 tridents, a dugout hole, really weird looking stuff in between. Wow, what is that? Sounds like an animal crying. That was crazy. It sounded like a puppy going I don't know. You have to tell me to. He won't leave me alone. You'll have to tell me if. Oh yeah, look. See, I'm following that trail down. I think I see X's in there or something. Why has that crow been on me? I'm telling you. Because I can't say it on the video that much, okay? Because this is just so much deeper, but you just gotta trust me that they have abilities that'll blow your freaking minds, okay? And I think it's just one ability, more or less, and I think it's an energy, and I think their hair has something to do with it too, but also, no, because I have ones without hair that can go invisible. It's a vibration. I've been just obsessed with this spot right here. I don't know why. Oh, here comes the mountain jays. They're all moving in on me. Mountain jays, crows, because I'm right on their spot. What about the dog? A whimpering dog. You guys get it? I go from nothing for hours on end to all different bird species landing on top of me, screaming. It's because they're watching me. Close. That's the Sasquatch. Those other ones, I'm not sure how physical they are, to be honest with you. I'm going to say it. I said it here, folks. I'm not sure how physical they are. I can't picture some of these faces I see walking around in here. I just don't see it. I think they have bodies and a look, but I don't know what I think. I think it's just possible. I'm going either way with it. You know, like someone said, well, no, those are more like, they're, spirits or something. I'd be like, okay, that makes more sense, because it's actually easier to believe that. That Sasquatch is surrounded by like all these amazing other beings, and some of them are like, there's fairies, there's gnomes, there's, whoa. I got whistles. I mean, I got crows. I mean, when is it a mountain jay ever landed on someone's head while a crow is right next to me screaming at me and then starts whistling at me, making all kinds of noise? Because I'm on their thing. Whatever that thing is, they didn't want me on that. There's got to be one standing by here somewhere. There's just got to be. Well, anyway, that was cool. Just want to take a peek over here. You know what? I'll just run the camera. I'm going to get a bunch of footage. So, in November, when it snows, there's going to be that little bit of a lull. By the way, you guys, it's going to kill me. It's not like, yeah, winter's coming. I can just sit around and do nothing. That would have been great a couple years ago. But when I was, doing snowplow, like working, and, that you wanted the winter off. That was like, you worked so hard, during the summer. But now with this is the last thing I want. I go crazy. I know. I see you. I don't feel good. What do you want from me? He stopped talking. Good boy. And he's look, it's probably a coincidence. I'm gonna say in high pitch, probably a coincidence. But, you know, why is there just some wacko tree? You know, right underneath him, the crow. Just some ridiculously looking crazy ass tree, and he's standing above it. He's sitting right above it. I don't believe it. And I got a crazy X behind me. I'm really trying to narrow down where I think is the best. You know, like, for me, like, where's my best spot? Where should I, you know, start to focus? You know, like, spend a week in there, you know, not even leave. I'll just sleep right there and film the entire thing for a week. Well, let's do like 2 days, 3 days. By myself, because I don't know, I can't rely on anybody. There is nobody, and I gotta do it by myself. This is all by myself, you know. Jen's like, how come you don't take me bigfooting? I'm like, because I do it by myself. I get nowhere unless I'm alone. I just can't do it. I'll bring you back. You know, let me do the legwork. They do something to me when I'm here. They bring me to these things. I was leaving, and now I'm just coming all the way over here again. I got the tree thing going on down here too. You know, I gotta be here by myself with new exploration. It's whatever's going on between me and them is how it's always worked out. I got pine cones. I'll talk a little bit more about what's happened to me and how I can find this stuff. Like, you could take 20 people, drop them on that road, and they won't find one structure. Yet I can go and find 10 worlds because they bring me to them. Dude, I'm trying to do a YouTube video here. Do you mind? That's how grumpy I am today. I'm yelling at crows. Oh man, another one. Look at this one, you guys. This is freaking awesome. Nice job, Elvis. I'm just giving Elvis all the credit till someone else, you know, steps forward and be like, Elvis didn't do that. I did that. Look, another one. There's just no way. There's no way. It's not possible. Wind can't do that, you guys. You gotta stop using your common sense. Take it from an excavator of 25 years, okay? They do that. If it was wind, way before it actually pulled itself out, it would have snapped. There's just no way. This is amazing to me. So I got the mountain jays sitting above the other one like that right over here. Look, they got teepee type structure too. And that's right over top of everything I just filmed you. I just never showed it to you. Again, I've done many clips, so I don't, and I'm just gonna put a couple in today. So I'm just gonna apologize for any complaining or about being, because I have a fever and I do have a flu on my 4th day. I do feel a little better, but it sucked today, guys. It's really hard. Oh my God. Everything aches, but I don't care. Like, I'm much happier here than sitting around. So that's really cool too. There's just a few of them in here. I swore I was going to do timestamps today, but I don't really have any zoomage going on. I don't know where to zoom. I see a field. See that field? That's where I was earlier. I was way at the top of that. Oh no. Dude, is this guy serious? Look, I'm not lying to you guys. He's been doing this to me for 20 minutes. I am a quarter of a mile away from where he started doing this to me. And he's still right above my head screaming. Did he figure out the seeds? I swear I just saw something dark right there. Where is it? Use my eyes real quick. Over now, I'll be right back.